Hi, friends. I wanted to pop on here and share an example from one of my long-term private clients I've been working with for about a year. We have worked through and channeled for topics including marriage, love, career, her interacting with her children, understanding why has had so much trauma in her life. And I wanted to share one of the contracts that came up a few months ago during one of our sessions that was just brilliant to me. They always are, but it was just such a sweet finding. So my client and her husband and her daughter, who's around 11 at the time, were coming home from an event, and it had been pouring down rain. And when my client went to step out of the car, she noticed there was a big puddle that she would step into. And she spent a lot of time analyzing, not a lot of time, but 30 seconds, a minute, trying to figure out how to maneuver around the puddle. And her daughter, after about a minute, who was sitting in the back seat, had an outburst and yelled something along the lines of, "Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to be so serious? Or why do you have to make things so hard?" And my client thought, whoa, that's bizarre. So we looked at that together, and she shared with me that her daughter gets agitated and upset in situations like that often. So she didn't know what to do about it. Where was it coming from? It seemed like a big reaction for something so small. So when I channeled, my guides showed me that one of her daughter's contract in this lifetime is to bring joy and a lightness to their family. My client and her husband had agreed to take on some pretty serious traumas in this lifetime for a reason. We that's a different post. We've channeled around all of that. But because of that, because she signed up to take on some traumas for growth and to help others, her daughter agreed to come in as a playful soul. And my guides called her a sprite. She's a sprite, and she is someone who lives, like, in all of her lifetime, she's been living to the fullest. And in this lifetime, because she's so young, when she's encountered with her mom or her dad, or a situation that feels heavy and there is lack of playfulness, lack of laughter, she is triggered. And while that might seem silly to some people, it absolutely is a big deal because it's aligned to her contract. So when my client understood that her being so upset about things that seemed small were actually because she didn't know how to express why it was upsetting her daughter, which is because, well, she doesn't remember this, but it's because she came here to bring more light and joy and laughter to help the family through the traumas that they have taken on. This information helped my client to see her daughter in a different light, to welcome in her daughter's perspective, even though she's only 11 and doesn't know yet how to express why she's upset or frustrated, like you might if you were 30 or 40 and had spent your life learning that. She is bringing a value to the table, and she's bringing something that was pre-planned before they incarnated, and it's something that needs to be honored. And so instead of getting upset at her daughter, she now invites her into situations. It's also made her identify and call out on her own when she's not in a playful place. If she's been too long, days or hours without laughter, without joy, she's calling herself to the table on that. So it was so beautiful. It was so enlightening. It was so helpful, and it helped to improve the relationship between mother and daughter. It's those outbursts are no longer an issue. Number one, because she's learned how what they're about, and she gets in front of them and is teaching her daughter how to express how she's feeling in those moments, so that she can herself feel more joy and also feel like she's fulfilling her contracts. Because the one thing that comes through every single time is when we're on our path. I've channeled hundreds of situations. When we're on our path and we are aligned with our soul contracts that we plan for our life, we are in joy. We are feeling love. We are feeling inspired. So by looking at challenges and situations differently, looking at a challenge as inspiration and opportunity instead of a hindrance, it completely changes your life. So I hope you guys enjoy that example. I'll share more as we go on. If you want to find out more about the soul contract course, which will be 4 weeks coming up in November, check out the link in my bio. You can go to my website and check out the sales page and get all the details. Sign up there. Hope to see you there.